today's mantra. You might even recognize the first part of this one. It says, good things come to those who wait, better things come to those who don't give up, and the best things come to those who always believe. I love that. I thought it was really nice. So good things come to those who wait, better things come to those who don't give up, and the best things come to those who always believe. Which one are you? Where are you at in your life right now? Are you the first level? You're just patient. Are you never giving up? Are you getting better things? Or are you getting the best things, which is those who always believe? Friends, where there's a will, there's a way. Work through your emotions, work through the storm in life. And guess what? When you wake up the next day, I bet you might feel a bit different than you did the day before. All right, I'm glad that's speaking to some of you. All right, friends, let's get right to it. We're going to work today. We're going to work the body. Have your props nearby. I have a feeling you might like those props nearby. We're going to start on our back on this fine Tuesday, the last Tuesday, if I will, in the month of July. Still continues to blow my mind. Now, as you come onto your back, just settle in, allow yourself to settle, extend your legs long, and then just come onto your back. We're gonna just start nice and slow today. My favorite way to start a yoga class. Now, on your inhalation, I'm gonna ask you to just reach your arms overhead, point your toes, and just create a nice lengthening in the body. You could even hear me stretching too. It feels oh so good. And then on your exhalation, just a slow draw of the knees into the chest. Readjust your shoulders away from the ears, and then just take some time here. Even if you would think of it as exploring, as you just sway your knees from side to side, just breathing into the low back, breathing into your knees, your glutes, your hips. Excellent, friends. And then come to center and then just take a few moments to point and flex your feet. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, and then even circling your ankles. So any direction. In just a few moments, I will encourage you to go the opposite direction. So there's no right or wrong here. Go ahead and circle your ankles in opposing directions. Breathing and then back to pointing and flexing. Breathe into your calves, your ankles, your toes. Excellent. And then continue to keep your legs together. Exhale your legs over to the right side. So just coming into a nice gentle twist, your right hand on the outer left thigh. Taking a few Ujjayi breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And then eventually, friends, extending your left arm far from the body. If it feels all right with your neck, your mobility today, you might even gaze over toward your left hand. Breathing into all regions of the spine. As we know, twists are a great way to introduce agility, flexibility, mobility, all important when dealing with the spine. And then when you're ready, inhale, bring your knees across the center, and then exhale them over to the left side. As you set up your twist, slowly lower your right shoulder blade back into a connection with the earth, and eventually extend your right arm far from the body, slowly taking your drishti over toward your right hand. Breathe here. You might even experience several sensations at one time in the body. Resistance, all the way to acceptance. And these variations in sensations may magnify, they may intensify, they may soften. Breathing into the waistline here. And then on your next inhalation, take your arms out to a T. Slowly drift your legs back over to the right side. Anchor your left shoulder blade. And then as you exhale, bring your legs across center, coming over to the left side, anchoring the right shoulder blade. Exhale, back to the first side. Stay for the inhale. Exhale over to your second side. So with your arms in a T, my friends, you're going to just really start to rotate from side to side, following the rhythm of your breath, anchoring the opposite shoulder blade. And this is really going to allow you to get into the abdominals, to get into the thoracic spine. Twists, as we know, are so good. We hold twists in a static fashion. This is a great example of a dynamic approach to your twists. So each rotation, each Ujjayi breath, just helping to prepare the body for the movement to come. Really nice. Inhale, come all the way back to your right side. Now don't rush, just join me there on your next rotation. Stay for an extra inhalation. Stay for the exhalation. Inhale across center over to your final side, the left side. Stay for the next inhalation. Stay for the next exhalation. Beautiful. Now bring your knees back to center. Keep your arms to that T, and then just start to draw some big circles with your knees. With your arms rooted into the earth, you're going to feel your abdominals working. So drawing enough of a circle so that your toes are just drifting across the mat as you exhale, really working to press your lumbar spine and keep it pressed firmly into the mat the entire time. Excellent, friends. Now, when you get to 12 o'clock with the knees, change directions. Your shoulder blades are rooted. Your waistline is working. Keep your exhalations through the nose, inhalations through the nose, each rotation larger than the last. And we're awakening the abdominals if you haven't experienced that already. Give me two more. Inhaling as the knees brush across the heart space. Exhaling as the toes brush across the mat. Beautiful, friends. Bring your feet down to the mat, about hips width. Inhale, just reach your arms overhead. Stretch your abdominals out, actively pressing your lumbar spine into the mat. And then exhale, slowly bring your arms back to your sides. And then inhale, come into bridge pose. So lifting your hips to the sky, sending your knees toward your toes, and you'll feel that lengthening opportunity through your hip flexors, through the abdominals. Really nice, friends. Slowly lower your spine back down to the mat and inhale. Hug your knees in toward your shoulders and then finding happy baby. So you can hold the arches of your feet. You can hold your ankles, your shins. Feel free to sway here, moving to the rhythm of your breath, side to side. If staying centered feels more appropriate for your body, that's all right with me. Softening through the jaw, softening the shoulders a little further away from the ears. Breathing into your hamstring attachments, into your low back and your hips. I've said it before, I'll remind you again, this is a great posture to welcome the day with and to say goodbye to the day with. First thing in the morning, last thing in the evening. If it feels all right, you'll slide your hands to your inner thighs, come to straight legs, nice deep straddle here. Or you can wrap your peace sign fingers around your big toes. You may keep on with that theme of swaying side to side, moving to the rhythm of your breath, or just allowing the body to remain centered. Looking really nice. I like personally to tap my pinky toes one at a time onto the earth, soften through the jaw, broaden through the clavicles. Really nice, friends. And then slowly bring your heels, big toes to touch at the center. Release your arms down back to that T shape onto the mat. Bend knees for a little less and extended legs for a little more. Exhale your legs over to the right side. So you're either coming to that twist, which we've already encountered, or reaching your heels with straight legs out to the right wall. Inhale, bring your legs up across center. Exhale over to the left side, anchor through your right shoulder blade. Left pinky toe just hovering the earth. Inhale, up across center. So friends with straight legs, think of it as drawing a beautiful rainbow right above the body. And then inhale across center again. Exhale, nice slow Ujjayi exhale. So you're really feeling the waistline challenge once again. Inhale up and across. Exhale, I'm on the right side. Maybe you're on the left. That's okay. We're going to take it one more rotation on each side. Exhaling over to your left side. And then inhaling up across center. Exhaling over to the right side. Here we'll put a bend through the knees. And then bring your knees back to the chest. This time, inhale, nose to knees, my friends. Create a nice lengthening through the back of your body. Holding at the top of your inhale if you can. And then exhale, release your legs back down to the mat. Head, neck, and shoulders realign. And then on your next inhalation, extend your legs long, right where we started. Reach your arms overhead. Lengthen through the abdominals. And then exhale, draw your knees close to the chest. And then slowly rock up and back. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling as you come back. Have fun with this, friends. I always enjoy that massage. Free of charge. This is my chance. We could call me a massage therapist. How do you massage your clients, Amy? Just like this. All right, friends, come all the way back up. And then come to seated. And you may want to just simply come into Sukhasana, or if you have Padmasana or Ardha, take it. I'm really just settling in, pressing my knees all the way down toward the earth while reaching the crown of my head all the way up to the sky. Take a minute and really settle in. Even feel the sides of your waist lengthening. So just notice that line of energy from the base of the spine, friends, all the way up through the crown. Exhale here, just softening in, but staying nice and alert. And then on your next inhalation, simply look over your right shoulder. Good. Exhale back to center. Inhale, looking over the left shoulder. So notice if you're starting to rotate through the shoulders and thoracic spine. We want everything squared to the front. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Just notice and observe the sensations in the body. Inhale, look center. And then exhale, look over the left shoulder. Beautiful. Come back to center here, friends. Inhale, circle your arms to the sky. And then exhale, hinge forward. Now, remember, you can take this as deep or as gentle as you'd like. Feel free to grab a block if you'd like. And then with your hands about 80% extended, just start to sway your heart from side to side. You could even think about it from knee to knee. Now, if you keep your palms in the same spot, you're going to feel this working through the thoracic spine. So palms are firmly rooted center, and then you're just rotating your torso side to side, breathing into the knees, breathing into your hips, your ankles. Wonderful. Inhale, come back to center. Reach your hands up to the sky. Come all the way up nice and tall. Exhale through the nose, cactus shape your arms. Believe it or not, in about a month, that'll say goalpost the arms for football season. Inhale, reach high once again. And exhale, bring your palms to heart center. Now, friends, you can challenge yourself here, or you can place your hands behind. On your inhalation, come to what I like to think of happy baby, but seated. Okay, good. So you're utilizing the abdominals. Now you can hold behind the legs. You can now reach for the arches of the feet. That's going to be up to you. So once you connect your hands either to your hamstrings or to your outer arches, you're just going to start to feel like there's a string pulling the sternum nice and tall. Feel the lengthening through the sides of the waist once again. Beautiful. Now, as you find your exhale, come back to Sukhasana, but switch the cross of the legs. Ah, you like how we did that one? We're getting all fancy on you here. On your inhalation, circle your arms up nice and tall. This time, exhale, twist to the right. So your left hand to the right thigh, right hand, just the fingertips behind for just like a kickstand support of the upper body. Really nice, friends. Inhale, come back to center, circle your arms tall. And then exhale, twisting left. Continue to breathe. Ujjayi breath in and out of the nose. Lips are softly sealed. Inhale, come back to center. Can you find happy baby? Can you find it? Seated happy baby, that is. Maybe here. Remember, maybe here. A lot of options. Feel the string pulling the crown of the head up and back, the sternum straight up to the sky. Beautiful. Now, as you exhale, when you come down, large diamond shape with the legs. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, my friends. Now, again, a block might be in order. That is going to be your call. I want you to either hold on to your feet. I want you to either hold on to your shins, your ankles, wherever is comfortable for you. Now, you're going to see a pattern here. Inhale, send your heart to one knee. Exhale to the other. Notice your hands are staying center. This is all about the rotation of the thoracic spine. As you move your heart from side to side, I want you to continue thinking about moving your heart forward and slowly exhale as you hinge a little deeper. You're going to feel a great opportunity to invite space in, to create length in the mid, in the low back, in the hips, glutes, and all that area in between. Now, inhale, come to center. Reach your heart even further forward, and then exhale, hinging a little deeper. Now, if you feel ready, maybe your head will rest on a block. Maybe your head will rest on your heels. Just finding your deepest variation without challenge, without that impossible feeling or wanting to hold the breath. And then inhale, relax your arms, utilize that imaginary string pulling the crown all the way up. Come all the way up here. Exhale, hands come behind for support. Separate the legs nice and wide on the mat. Flex your feet and windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Now, if you're my friends that have low back pain, if you're my friends that have tight hips, you might feel those sensations of what I like to call resistance. The slower you can move, the deeper you can create your breath, the more you might notice those sensations dissipating over the course of practice. And friends, we breathe into what can be, and we exhale the what is that is no longer serving us. And we all have it. So don't allow yourself or allow the mind to jump too far ahead today. Really, really nice job. Now come back up to seated. We are going to take a wide straddle. So feel free to turn sideways on your mat. If you like to have your heels supported by your yoga mat, I really enjoy that myself. So once you're set up, remember the few little details we've gone over before. Now, the wider the stance of the legs, the more likely you're going to start to hunch forward if the body feels tight. So how do we fix that? We lessen the broadness, or we narrow our base, and then we sit up nice and tall. So feel the sides of your waist lengthening right here where I'm tracing, and imagine a string pulling the crown of your head tall. Really nice, friends. Stay long here. Now on your inhalation, look over the right shoulder. Arms and legs still active but relaxed. Come back through center, and then inhale, look left. Try to avoid rotating. Inhale, center. Exhale, look right. Breathe into just the neck, just the shoulders. Inhale, look center. And then exhale through the nose, look left. Really nice. Now we're going to start to find the rotation. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, back to center. Lift your hands up. Exhale, twisting to the left. So right hand to left thigh, left hand for a little support behind. Inhale, center, reach high. Exhale, twisting to the right. You should feel this through the inner left thigh. Inhale, back to center, reaching. And exhale, twisting left. Very nice, friends. Come back to center. Inhale, reach it all the way up. And then exhale, coming again to about 75, 80%. You can go all the way down, but you don't need to for this one. Reach your palms if you can forward, then root into the mat. And then now take your heart from the right side to the left side of the mat. Remember, I told you there will be a method to my madness. I will slowly reveal the madness and the method so you can join in. Now, this is about feeling it in the thoracic spine. Yes, you're feeling it in the legs. Yes, you're feeling it in the back. I want you to root your palms in. And as you find ease in the breath, slow quality to the movement, maybe going a little deeper. Now walk your hands out just a little more, maybe to about 85, 90% effort. Inhale here, and then exhale, hinging just a little deeper. This is your deepest expression of the pose. And then inhale, draw your elbows back to the legs, and then just press through your palms. Come all the way up, long spine. Exhale, relax your arms. Very nice, friends. Look over the right shoulder, even relaxing through the feet. Come back through center as you inhale, and then exhale, look left. Good. And again, inhale, center. Exhale, look right. Soft through the gaze. Inhale, center. Exhale, look left. Now stay here to the left. Torso is now going to rotate to match where your gaze is. Inhale, once you're twisted, reach up with the hands. And now exhale, hinge forward. Now you'll notice I'm not using a block here. This is once again because I don't want it to be in the way. You're going to come to about 80% effort. So if this is 80%, you're here. If this is 80%, you're here. Root your palms, spread your fingers, take your heart to the right. Inhale here. Take your heart to the left of your leg. Inhale and exhale. Back and forth. So we're just introducing the sensations to the upper body. We are easing our way into our deepest expression. And this may feel a bit unnatural, friends. It's exactly where I want it to be. If it's pain, obviously come out of it. Breathe, keep your left foot flexed. Keep breathing. Now come back to center. Inhale, root your palms into the earth, pull the earth toward you, find length in your spine. And then exhale, find your deepest hinge, your deepest expression here. Inhale, draw your elbows back, slowly push all the way up, staying twisted to the left. Inhale, come to center, your whole torso. And then exhale, twisting to the right, the entire body, the gaze, the torso. On your inhale, reach your hands up to the sky, and then exhale. Now don't go too overboard. As you find about 80%, remember we're gonna make this all about the thoracic spine first. Inhale, send your heart to the outside of the right leg. Exhale, draw your heart toward the inside of the right leg. Inhaling and exhaling, rooting your palms. Now, I hope, friends, that you're feeling this in and around the shoulder blades. If not, you might want to press your palms a little deeper into the earth and then pull the earth toward you as your heart reaches further away from your navel. Now, on your next inhale, come to center, reach a little longer, and then exhale, coming into your deepest expression. So I like to think of this as 100% effort. Now we feel the hamstrings, the mid and upper back. Inhale, draw your elbows back toward the body. Press through the palms, come all the way up. Keep your twist. And then inhale, come back to center. Look over the left shoulder, just the head. Exhale through center. Inhale, look over the right. And one more time, inhale through center. Exhale, look left. Inhale, center, look right. And come back to center, friends. When you take your exhale, just soften the entire body, relax your feet. Inhale, engage, reach up to the sky. 100% effort. Exhale, hinging forward. So this is where you'll use your blocks. This is where you'll extend the arms. Chin can rest on a block, chin can rest on the mat, keeping the heart reaching away from the navel. One more inhale. Exhale, slide your elbows back toward the body. Inhale, press up through the palms. Oh, yes. Now see if you can come into Baddha Konasana without the assistance of the arms. So you'll draw your heels in toward the sit bones and come right into what I like to call butterfly pose. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward. Your elbows can now press into your inner thighs. Your knees, my friends, right here, are pressing down toward the earth. My thumbs are along the arches of my feet. I'm even going to start to open up my feet like a book. So if my thumbs were my big toes, I'm opening those feet. Breathe into your groin. Breathe into your inner thighs. About 80% effort wherever you are. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to hinge. Now guess what? We're taking the heart from the right to the left. So this is going to create a lot of opportunity for the shoulders to crunch up and squeeze together. So we want to recalibrate that. Keep the heart reaching forward. Keep the heart drawing an imaginary line from one side of your yoga mat to the other, breathing into all and any resistance. Inhale, come center, grow an inch or two in length. Exhale, find your deepest expression, relaxing the shoulders, broadening the collarbones. It's not about how far down, we are just broadening and lengthening. One more breath. Exhale here. Inhale, come all the way up. Oh yes, feeling the length through the waist. And as you feel ready, just fly your butterfly. Breathe into the low body. Yes, friends. Oh, to the yeah. All right, friends. When you're ready, gently come out of this posture. Bring your legs around and then come all the way into tabletop pose. So on your hands and knees, if your body is like mine today, it might be all kinds of resistance, and that's all right. Swaying the heart, your hips side to side. But take your time, spread your fingers, breathe. Elbows can stay bent, nice and soft here. Eventually, you'll come to center and then just start to rotate your hips in larger than life circles. Breathing, you might even visit cat-cow on the rotation. Not a full-fledged variation, but just feeling the arching, feeling the rounding through the spine. Give yourself this time to just explore. And then after you take your next round of breath, go ahead and change directions of the hips, breathing and welcoming all and any sensations. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Continue to allow the weight to be evenly distributed as your 10 fingers grip the mat. And then come back to center, and now traditional cat-cow. Inhale as you arch, find your cow shape. And then exhale, friends, rounding through the spine, finding cat. Inhale, finding cow. And exhale to cat. Last round here. Inhale, finding cow, lengthening the front body. And exhaling, finding cat. Really nice. Perfect, friends. Come back to table pose. Inhale, extend your left heel back and toes onto the mat. Feel that stretch through the Achilles, the calf. On your inhalation, slide your toes over to the right edge of your mat or a little beyond. You're going to feel this through the outer left hip. Find a lengthening of the spine. Inhale. And as you exhale, instead of just moving the head over, I want you to really lengthen and then accentuate that gaze over toward finding your left foot. Breathe. You should feel an awesome stretch and toning sensation through your left waistline, your oblique. Now, I know you can't see my left heel, but it is actively reaching for the back right corner of the space. Inhale, back to center, back to tabletop. Really, really nice. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Inhale, tuck your right toes, energetically send your heel back. And when you take your next breath, Slide your toes over beyond or to the left edge of your mat. Inhale, lengthen here, and then exhale, exaggerate the length through the right waist. Look over your left shoulder, find your right foot. Breathe here, friends. Oh, does that feel so good? On your next breath, come back to center. Exhale right into tabletop. Now, spin your fingers to face your knees, just some wrist extensions here. Spread your fingers wide, palms will stack under the shoulders. And then before you start, relax the shoulders away from the ears. You might even tuck your toes. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, sit toward your heels. Breathe into your forearms. And this is all we're going to do for wrist preparation as we then next go into down dog. So if you want to take that alternative hand placement that we often explore, feel free to do so. I'm just feeling the need for this posture today, this hand placement. Always remember you could do this against a wall as we take gravity out of the equation. So just about 2 more breaths here. Inhaling your heart forward, exhaling your heart back toward the legs. Really nice, friends. You can take a moment, sit to your heels, interlace your hands, and rotate your wrists. Roll the wrists, even some shoulder rolls here. So just some organic movement. You might even take some more time to look right, to look left. Oh, how I enjoy this time of body sensing, just giving your body exactly what it needs. When you feel ready, shake out those hands. Would you meet me in down dog? Inhaling right into tabletop, tuck your toes. Exhale, sit bones up and back. Start to walk your dog. And we've done a bit for the low body. We've done a bit for the back and hips. And friends, this is really important that realize we're just now getting into the shoulders. So it's okay to bend your knees. Start to sway side to side. And I want you to really think about spreading your fingers wide. Press your belly a little closer to the thighs. Come to center here. If the knees are bent, start to find a heavy sensation through the heels, working your legs towards straight, coming right into down dog. And then on your next breath, walk your hands back to your feet. You're going to find ragdoll or hands to blocks. You can catch opposite elbows, knees bent for a little less through the hamstrings. This is another great way to decompress the spine naturally, using gravity to work with the body to help create space. This is great if you have bulging discs, spinal degeneration, and just for the record, friends, most of us that are adults, we all have it. So there is some level of unity that we can all feel through this particular variation of Uttanasana. Now find your center, take your deepest inhale of the day, allow the back body to breathe in. A slight pause of the breath. And a big sigh, release your arms to hang. Put a slight bend in your knees and then just slowly work your way to upright. So you may find the breath is elevated, the heart rate is elevated. Take your time and eventually your head and neck will stack. And then from here, friends, when you feel ready, inhale, shrug your shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, down and back, just a nice shoulder roll. And again, inhale, forward and shrug. Exhale, down and back. 3 more of these, inhaling and releasing. You might even let out a loud sigh, maybe 2. Number 4, inhale. And release. Last one here, inhale. And release. Very nicely done. Bring your big toes to touch. You can find yourself at the center of your mat. Inhale to interlace your fingers. As you exhale, you're going to keep your elbows bent and then just squeeze your elbows to the back of the body. And then you'll feel a nice stretch through the forearms, through the shoulders. My elbows are quite bent here, actually. Now, on your next inhalation, Stretch your arms straight. Take this to a yoga back bend. So firm through the glutes, lifting through the heart. My gaze is lifting to the ceiling. And then you'll feel the lengthening, feel the shoulders relax. So you can come somewhat out of your back bend intensity, come to upright, but just feel the shoulder blades squeezing. So just keep your arms as they are, and then exhale right ear to right shoulder. Keep the breath flowing. You can even close your eyes here. And then chin to chest, keeping your arms energetically activated. And then on your exhale, left ear to left shoulder. And then chin to chest, release the clasp of the hands. Just let your arms hang at your side. Chin to right collarbone, breathe into the left side. Right to right. Especially my friends that may have slept wrong on their pillow. Just invite all sensations in. Exhale, chin to chest. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, chin to left collarbone. Breathe into the right side. Relax your face, left to left. And then any direction, friends, full rotation. Once you come back, left to left, now just take it the opposite way. Breathe into the throat. Breathe into the sides. Breathe into the back of the neck, of the body. Now, once you've gone in both directions, eyes can remain closed. Just bring your head to neutral. Stay here for your exhale, maybe a deep sigh. Inhale, shrug your shoulders forward and up. Exhale, back and down. 2 more of those. Inhale, shrug. And again. Really nice, friend. And just find yourself in Tadasana. Blink your eyes to open eventually. And just coming into tree pose, just a little balance check today. Feel free to use your wall, your furniture at this time. On your inhalation, lift your right heel and then externally rotate it. Now you might even keep your right toes grounded today or use your block or slide your right foot up below the knee or above the knee. So again, just depending on where you're at today. Once your low body is set up the way you'd like, take your Tadasana arms and then just grow your branches. Nice and tall. Maybe even arms to a T will feel best today. Remember, this is also a hip opener, so your right knee is pressing slightly back. Can you continue your soft nature in the breath? Maybe gaze up to your branches, up to the ceiling. Really nice, friends. And then slowly release your branches down to Tadasana arms. And then release your right foot down. Very nice. On your next inhalation, we'll take the second side, lift your left heel, externally rotate. Now, for me, friends, I'm intentionally taking a less intense variation in the bottom half of my tree pose. So find what works for you. Today might be the day to challenge yourself. Today might be the day to stay soft. As you feel ready, inhale, grow your branches. So I'm again taking my Tadasana arms up to the sky, keeping them nice and wide, no challenge in the shoulders. And as you find yourself steady, press your left knee back, stretching through the left hip. Final moments, gazing to your branches, maybe to the ceiling. Firm through the right leg and glute. Very nice, friends. Exhale, hands down. Release your tree pose. Very nice. That's all I got for you today with the balance. Don't be sad. Get glad. Come back to the front part of your yoga mat. Now, on your inhalation, relax your shoulders down and back. Keep the broad nature through the clavicles. Inhale, circle your arms to the sky. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. And again, keep that width through your clavicles. And then inhale, Ardha. Slide your hands up your shins, lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the mat, step or hop back. Find your plank pose. This might be where your knees come down. I'm doing that today too. Exhale, slow chaturanga, broad through the collarbones. Inhale, cobra shape. Now stay here. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Slightly press your left shoulder blade back. Good. Inhale through center. Keep the clavicles broad. And exhale over the left shoulder. Press your right shoulder blade back. Good, friends. Inhale to center. And exhale. Tuck your toes. Come right back into down dog. And take some time in your down dog, walking your dog. Feel free if you'd like to even take an optional vinyasa. This will be the last one of the day. I told you today would be gentle and juicy. So wherever you're at in your down dog, take a little attention to your hands, spread your fingers wide, and then press the mat away from you, taking your belly even closer to the thighs. A few ujjayi breaths into the shoulders. Spin your triceps in and up. And then exhale. Knees come to the mat. And if you don't have your blocks, friends, would you grab 2 yoga blocks? You'll want to use both of them here. We're going to come into our thoracic spine opportunity to stretch. So the blocks will come right underneath your shoulders, about shoulder distance, and you're going to place your elbows on blocks. If you have a bad shoulder or you don't want to go this deep, you can place your elbows onto the mat as well. All right, now from here, I'm going to walk my knees back, bring my hands to prayer, and then just work to sit toward your heels, your underarms, your heart, and your skull will come just a little closer to the mat. You'll bend through your elbows. Your thumbs will actually rest between the shoulder blades. And I don't need to say it, but just in case, you'll feel a stretch through the shoulder blades. You'll feel this back bend opportunity through the thoracic spine. Breathe into the underarms, breathe into your shoulders, your triceps, as well as the lats. So good, friends. Each exhale, your heart, your underarms will relax a little closer toward your yoga mat. Beautiful. Inhale, slowly come out of the posture. Beautiful, beautiful. And now, friends, you can take your yoga blocks off to the side. And we're going to thread the needle. So we're coming into the same stretch or same area of the body to stretch the upper or the thoracic spine. So from tabletop, inhale, reach your right hand to the sky, and then let's go right into it today. Exhale, bend your left elbow. You'll come onto the back of the right shoulder, the skull. We'll have some space between the two. And then again, notice how I'll take my gaze from looking to my right thumb to twisting toward the left. Spin your heart toward the ceiling. Look over your left shoulder. And you're going to feel a stretch through the back of the right region of your shoulder blade, shoulder and thoracic spine. But feel free to stay here 2 more breaths, taking in any other variation to go a little deeper. Good. Inhale. Come back to center. Come right back to tabletop. And give me a cat-cow, focusing on the broadening of your clavicles. Really nice, friends. Back to neutral. Inhale, lift your left hand to the sky. And then exhale, thread the needle. Now really take your time, set up the depth of the shape, and the depth of your breath is going to really facilitate how deep this stretch in the thoracic region of your spine will go. Firmly planting your left fingernails and forearms. Press a little deeper into your right palm. Spiral your heart toward the ceiling. Look over the right shoulder. 2 more breaths here. So again, any variation that feels good for your body. And then slowly come all the way back up. You guessed it, friends. Inhale, arch your spine, come into cow shape. And then exhale, rounding into cat shape. One more. Inhale, arch into cow. And exhale, rounding into cat. Now, some of you will stay in tabletop. Some of you are going to bring your forearms down. So let your elbows stack right underneath your shoulder and then interlace your fingers. We're going to come into dolphin pose, but dolphin pose won't be held very long. Think of this as down dog, but on your forearms. On your inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, sit bones to the sky, gazing between your feet. All I want you to do now is really press your forearms into the mat. And now slowly bring your heart a little closer to your legs. You'll get a great stretch, a strengthening opportunity through the upper body, resisting the earth with your forearms. Hands can be interlaced or even in prayer. One more breath here. Good, friends. Exhale, knees to the mat. Child's pose. And slowly bring your hands next to your feet, palms facing the sky. Breathing into your upper body, the natural curvature of your spine here in child's pose is a great pratakriyasana for your upper body. Take a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, slowly coming all the way up, back onto the knees. I'm going to work myself toward the front of my yoga mat as I take Virasana. So you can kneel onto the heels. You can sit on a yoga block placed right between the feet. I just want you to get a nice stretch right here, friends. And anybody that has knee issues, feel free to place a small towel or something, or even doubling up your mat underneath your knees and take it upright. Now, I'm seated on a block at the moment. If I want a little more, what I usually do is I'll remove the block and then I take a broad stance, so knees and feet as wide as the yoga mat or nearly as wide. And then I'll sit on the yoga mat between my feet. And for my particular body and makeup, this feels like a nice stretch. We're just staying right here. If you want to take it onto the back into Supta, I'm cool with that. Close your eyes and just breathe. If wherever you're at, you're suspended in midair, your sit bones are not supported, please add that block. As we take just about 3 more breaths here, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Full surrender in this posture. Great, friends. When you're ready, blink your eyes to open. You can remove your yoga block and then just slowly but surely bring your legs around. Hands behind for support, feet wide on your yoga mat. I like to flex my feet. And let's just, again, take the temperature of the body. How does this time feel compared to the first time where, again, we're really not making judgments. We're just making notes. What is working well today? How's your breath? How's the quality? Outstanding. Now, as you come back to center, you're going to extend your legs long. We're coming into fish pose. This is going to open up that thoracic region one more time. Fingertips right here are going to come right at where the booty meets your yoga mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, palms flat on the ground. And then one elbow at a time or both at once, bring your elbows to come right underneath your shoulders so shoulders will stack. Now point your toes, zip your legs together, lift your heart to the sky. So this is going to be a really lengthening sensation through the front body. You'll look to where the wall and ceiling meet, maybe even let your throat lengthen to look at the back wall. Take a few breaths here. Matsyasana, fish pose. Beautiful. Slowly bring your gaze back toward your toes. Really nice, friends. And then extend your arms to slowly come onto your back. And just realign your pelvis. You can readjust to feel comfortable. And then as you feel ready, bring your right knee into the chest. You can keep your left leg extended long, and then just slowly bring your knee from right to left. We've had that theme throughout our practice today, sending the heart side to side, now the knee. And in this movement, this repetitive nature, you'll start to allow your body to just become accustomed to slowly letting go. Sometimes the letting go process doesn't happen all at once. Sometimes it takes the entire duration of your practice. And then find your supine twist. So your leg will move over toward the left side. Your right arm will eventually reach far from your body. And then, friends, I'm going to encourage you to just let gravity take over. As you soften, you'll notice the hands may fall, fingers may curl. Notice what it feels like to be in your body, in a shape, but surrendering to the force of gravity. Gravity doing all the work, allowing you to simply be with your breath. Good, friends. Now come back to center, same side. So hug the right knee into the chest. Bring your nose to your right knee. Really nice. Now flex your right foot. See if you can take your right hand to the arch of the right foot, your left hand to your left thigh, and then come into half happy baby. Your head and neck will relax back down. If holding the arch of your right foot doesn't feel comfortable, how about holding your right hamstring? That's also an option. And if this is too intense, feel free to bend your left knee like I'm demoing. You can press your left foot back into your mat. That'll take the edge off just a bit. Now feel free to move the right heel like you're drawing a line on the ceiling from side to side, just channeling in the Ujjayi breath to the right hip and glute. And then extend your right leg long. Take a moment, windshield wiper the toes from side to side, noticing the right side versus the left. And then on your next inhalation, a simple drawing in of the left knee to the chest. Take it from shoulder to shoulder, breathing and softening into any resistance. And friends, I like to expect resistance because my body and I have been in a relationship for a long time. And I know where my body tends to be what I like to call resistance or maybe even some pain from time to time. And so with those expectations, sometimes can come a sensation that's brought on by the mind, right? Because we're expecting it. So as you exhale, take your supine twist. Your leg will come over to the right side, left arm long. So as you come into patterns of thought, patterns of approaches, how we approach the shapes, go ahead and relax and surrender to gravity. Just breathing here. You'll notice that we can find patterns, if you will, in our expectations. So it's just something to take note of. We don't ever need or want perfection in our yoga practice. That would be very challenging to attain and then to maintain. And then as you inhale, come back to center. Same knee, bring your nose to your left knee, engage your abdominals. And then left hand to the arch of the left foot or the left hamstring. And then right hand to the thigh. And then relax back. Head and neck will relax. Finding half happy baby. So you might slowly, just like to think of it as drawing lines on the ceiling with your left heel. Breathing into that left side. Remember to bend your right knee if you want a little less challenge for the low body. Broadening through the clavicles and then extending your left leg long. Now, as you inhale, friends, reach your arms overhead. Stretch your body. And then exhale. Bring your nose to your knees one final time and just continue to release all the breath from your body. Take an inhale. Create an even smaller shape. Nose to knees, even a little deeper. And then with a deep sigh, surrender your body to come lying on your back. Allow your natural breath to return. Let your eyes roll back into the socket as you take rest in Shavasana. Take a moment to soften any areas that might still be holding on. Observe the quality of your thought. Notice how else you can soften, inviting yourself to let go. Areas of the body, places in the mind. Good things come to those who wait. Better things come to those who don't give up. And the best things come to those who always believe. You take a deeper breath in, filling up the lungs to capacity. And a long, slow release. Where else can you let go? Breathe into those spaces. And again, release. Start to come back to your body, sensing the body in space, small movements, the toes, the fingers, your jaw, the head, neck. And you inhale, slowly reach your arms overhead. Stretch your body, lengthen all the way from top to bottom. And with a sigh, just hug your knees in one last time. Swaying or circling the knees. And drifting to one side. Your arm can become a pillow. Taking a moment for stillness, for gratitude. And as you feel ready, my friends, pressing up to a comfortable seat. Bringing your palms to heart center. I wish you patience. I wish you calm. And I wish you all a peaceful remainder to your midweek. I so look forward to seeing you, to connect with our breath, to slow down again on Thursday for yoga and meditation. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide, and take good care. Namaste. Thank you so much, friends. Great to see you all. Take good care.